in Bellmead before World War II. Worked with some of the richest people out there. Paul Davis family.
How old were you when you moved to Nashville? You remember?
Well, after the war, I guess.
Okay.
And, but we was working down here in Nashville. Well, see, after we didn't go to no school out there in the country, but we had a little old one-room schoolhouse, kind of like that. And once you got through the 8th grade, that was it. And you had 10 to 12 miles to Franklin. And ain't no way for you to do that.
Right.
The one way, you know. And so, well, we didn't want to work on no farm because the farmers, you know, that that's when they paid $1.75 a day. You talking about a day. And they just, when it's some of those seasons, you know, they want to work here a little bit, but otherwise, you didn't get to no work there. So me and my brother Ike here, we decided that we needed a car so we can get some work. And we bought one car there, the old man was selling them, and that was a Whippet. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
What kind of?
Whippet.
Whippet.
Yeah.
Who made that? Who made that car? The Whippet.
I
What
don't
model
know,
was it?
but we pushed it about as much as we rode. And out there at that lot, see, we lived on the ring farm, and we had a big lot, you know, big tall trees, but it was a place in the world to learn how to drive a car because all you had to do was big trees. But there was so many children, you know. We had, so my dad didn't want us to have the car no way. And then he told that man to come and get it. And then we wouldn't give up. We were 17 or 16 or whatever it was. We wasn't grown yet. But we wanted to get some work because we couldn't go to school. And we didn't want to get to Nashville. That's the only way to get to Nashville. And then we were over in the Leland section, they was building homes out there. And what we were doing was getting work out there while they was building houses, subdivisions, Bellmead, and all that kind of stuff. And they were paying a little more money than the farmers were paying. But they were paying $1.50 a day. But anyway, we would go down there, and then we run into Miss Davis, Miss Paul Davis. Shit, that lady, I'm telling you, I had never been working around no rich folks like that. And they were rich, oh my Lord. And she had bought a farm out there on Hillsborough Road, 700 acres of land.
Wow.
But she wasn't using none of it, but just for flowers, about 50-something acres of land. The rest of it growing up. And so when we went out there and we got with her, and she was everything. But she was nice. She paid $2 an hour there. And when she worked, and then we worked, and some man with a family was working for that kind of money too. You won't believe it. Nowadays you wouldn't believe it, but anyway, but she was really good with us. And then I forgot how many, she had about 5 or 6 people working at that house down there in Bellmead. They never did move out there. They always lived in Bellmead on Jackson Boulevard. Had a big place down there. And, but she was everything, and I thought about it. But you had to get it, you know, you had to worry. But she was really nice to people. And tell you the truth, she had a help service. Them old timers were going to get in the hospital, and she would pay their bill. And like Uncle Frank Smith, he had appendicitis and all that stuff. Sent him out to the VA. I'm not to the VA, but to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt had a section for black folks, you know.
Oh, okay.
You could go to Vanderbilt, but you had to go in the black section, a part of it. But that was all right. I mean, you know. She done a lot of but then she had a maid, upstairs maid, downstairs maid, chauffeur, yard man. And then I learned how to, she taught us how to do it all. And you could learn how to do everything that was around. I serve, table, wait on tables and stuff. You know, had to know all the dishes and pop-offs and spoons and just all that kind of stuff. And, but the old man, he was tight. But he was president of First American Bank. And she had about as much money as he did. Some of them say she had more than he did. But she was a swab. And the swab them owned up and down Church Street at that time. They were building it on Church Street. They don't care whether it was a hotel or was Harvey or whoever it was. The building belonged to them. And they had plenty of money.
Now, how long did you work for her?
Off and on for years. After I got out of service, I'd go back out there, and then I would go to the farm or either out there. She would make room for me.
Wow.
And she wanted me. And then I would, when I was with the concrete company, I was driving a concrete truck. And sometimes days you didn't hardly get to work. Hell, I'd go out there and go to work. And she'd tell me, say, Ray, you just come on out here. And you just go out to the farm or wherever I go. And I tell her what I done. Hell, she paid me. And then too, she got what she would pay me. Extra money, I'm talking about, it didn't make no difference, you know, what you done. I mean, and then my brother, they bought packets every year then. Packets was a car. I believe you heard of that.
Yes.
Yeah. It was like rich folks in Bellmead owned packets. And they had 3 or 4 packets out there.
Wow.
And then Peter, her son, when he went to school, when he went to college, and they bought him one, and they bought him one every year. And he had the convertible, you know, with the sky blue with the convertible top on it. And old man would drive it next year and Peter would get a new one the next year. And so
Peter sounded like he's old.
and then Peter went to California, and she told me that I would get to ride with Peter out in Texas. I didn't know, and come back on the train. And I was planning on that. And old Sam, who worked for E. Gray Smith Tobacco Company, he was sneaking around, and he got the deal. And but anyway, when Peter went to California, he met a woman on the airplane. She was a stewardess. I had never even heard of that before. and but she wanted him to marry that Bradford girl, you know, the top market people here in Nashville. The Bradford girl, Peter was going with her, I think, and Miss Davis wanted him to marry her, but this girl didn't have no money. And Peter said, so after she got Peter, they got in an argument, and Peter, she took the car back.
Oh.
And Larry's car. And Peter got where he would ride with his daddy, and when his daddy going to the bank. And all at once Peter come back with a brand new dog. I mean, it was same color with canvas top on it. It was the hot, sharp thing. And he told us that I'm going to California. I said, I won't be back. And said, I ain't coming back here. He said, y'all won't see me no more. And that was in 1940. And Peter, he went out of here, went to California, and he didn't come back until 1953. And then Peter, she told me, she said, Raymond, I said, what? You know what? I said, Peter married a